with my wife, but if she meet her, might be a go. Rick Flair flashing. Don't I look dashing? Don't I look classy? Don't act so sassy. I'm the man, boo. That's with or without you. With what your say. Show me what that.
I hear him talking reckless. I won't even stress. Just kill him softly with my press. Won't even address. They say I'm lonely at the top, but this the best. Hey, don't you see me out here shining, barely flex. I hear him talking reckless. I won't even stress. Just kill him softly with my press. Won't even address. They say I'm lonely at the top, but this the best. And even if we die today, gon' live forever. Live forever.
Daddy Patsy with 3 S's. Hit the S's, no S's on my chest, but all these diamonds got me blessed. Usually I don't do this. Dumb it down, go stupid. Since 17, been counting M's, my bank account's on Goofy. But the truth is, Chicago full of my garage is full of hoop. This got that southern drawl and all that. My like ball bags.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Going up against the Redskins.
Thank you, Larry. And yes, snow in our nation's capital. That's the story as we join you from FedEx Field here in Landover, Maryland. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Here we go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. First down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. And a give this time to the tailback. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 13 and also a 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss.
Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Second down following the run. They go to Elliott again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott forced out to his left. Room to run past midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So the offense has it 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Again, it's Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Prescott from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Redskins offense now. They head back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you. A huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go.
And now here's a carry heading left. And some room to roam now. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll give it here to his running back. There he goes again, and he's blocked down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hurry up, here we go.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Langer is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
And a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
And avoids the contact by sliding. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A give to Elliott. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Prescott now on second down. He's going to air one out, and that's caught inside the 35. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Looking to throw. Prescott. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
On third down, Elliott. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They send the tight end Davis in motion. 4th down, Prescott. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Remain in a scoreless first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd down following the run.
Here we go.
And a first carry here for John Crockett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football. But the best ones understand that that's how they'll actually get more passes thrown to them if they help in the run game. And anytime you get a run of that yardage, that means the wide receivers did help. They get down to what a lot of people call the 2nd level, the linebackers, or the 3rd level where the defensive backs are, and they get out in front and put their bodies out there and create more space for their runners to gain the yardage.
Switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And the wideout in motion. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And a stoppage here. A timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll drop the throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And Davis with it left side. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And now a first down following that long gain. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards. To throw is Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's brought down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a third down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Flushed out right, and he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Throwing, Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Steps away to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain. They'll
run with Elliott. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Second down, Prescott. And he floats one there, incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. They send the tight end Davis in motion. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And his kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
This is fielded at the goal line. Gets around him, and he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run. As we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They're going to look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And that's how you run the football and run it successfully. Big-time chunk of yardage picked up, but why? Offensive linemen won at the point of attack. Their leverage way better than the defenders. The low man wins when you're getting underneath and trying to move people. That's exactly what happened on that play. The offensive line moved the defensive front, created space, and the end result, a fantastic run.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And now here's a carry heading left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a second and goal. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Back now at FedEx Field. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does him no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Jalen Smith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They send the tight end Davis in motion. They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Levante David coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And some room to work. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Green 39.
Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Hurry up, here we go. Watch it now. Detroit!
Now back to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. Hot. Push it back. Watch it now, Barney. Third three. Back up.
The play clock's running down. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Leopard, let's go. Watch it now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And no, it's incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Prescott now. He's got Fuller. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Prescott from the gun. He finds his target, Fuller. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. The Cowboys on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Halfback sent in motion. Prescott to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On second down, Elliott fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And, Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them toward...